Hi and welcome back. So this video is going to be about self-care, and it's going to be a relatively short video because I want to just cover 3 areas and then refer you to either the list in the book or a list that you can also find on my website at lifepathscounseling.com. If you go there and search for self-care, you're going to find the list that I'm talking about. So the 3 areas that I want to generally talk about where self-care is concerned, and this is part of your healing process after having been scammed. Those 3 areas first is what I refer to as the basics, and the next is activities you enjoy or are relaxing, hopefully both, right? And the third is boundaries. So the basics, I call it the basics because some of the other things that you might do might not have as great of an effect if you don't have these basics taken care of. So the 3 basics are: get an appropriate amount of sleep, get appropriate things into your diet that are healthy for you, and get an appropriate for you level of movement in your life. So those 3 things are very much basics in terms of taking care of your physical body so that mentally you can be at your best as well. And then the list I was referring to earlier is what I mean when I am talking about activities that you enjoy or activities that are relaxing for you, or hopefully both. And that list, available on the website or in the book, has many examples of different things that are not going to appeal to every single person, right? I can't imagine there's anyone who all of those activities would appeal to them, but maybe. But certainly there's probably a few of those activities that are appealing to you. And if nothing else, then something on that list will hopefully spark an idea of something that would be for you. So going to that list, there are things like reading a book, spending time in nature, doing a hobby, right? Talking to your friends, like setting up a time when you can spend time with one or more of your friends. Those are the kind of activities that I mean. And then boundaries. So when I think of boundaries, I'm thinking of them in multiple ways. So we have physical boundaries that are, how close am I comfortable for having people close to my body, right? And that's going to depend on the person, right? Someone I know well can be closer to me in physical proximity, and I'm more comfortable with that than I might be with someone that I don't know. So that's physical boundaries. Emotional boundaries are: what do I need in terms of relationships and taking care of myself? What kind of ways of being treated am I okay with or not okay with, right? And then there's energy boundaries that is not as easy to describe and also not as easy to manage. And when I say energy boundaries, that's what do I put my time and energy into? Do I want to give this any thoughts whatsoever, or do I want to dismiss that and not give it any time or energy whatsoever? But managing that can be very difficult for people. And so I would encourage you also to look for that section in the book and look for one of the types of managing energy boundaries that may appeal to you. I'll give you an example of one thing that I mean. So for me, when I'm having to deal with someone that might be a little difficult for me to deal with them, to interact with them, then I might imagine a bubble around myself, and it's an invisible bubble, right? And I have complete control over this bubble, and only the emotions that I allow through the bubble can come in. And I also am not going to allow certain things to exit the bubble either. Like I might keep most of my energy to myself. And if someone's very angry with me, then I might stop that anger on the outside of the bubble and not allow it to get to me, because then an energy exchange might begin for me, and I don't want that to happen. So that's one of the ways of potentially managing your own energy in boundaries, right? In the context of boundaries, so that you can better take care of yourself. I hope those are helpful, and I hope to see you at the next video. Thanks.